Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes NFL Week 8 Best Bets, Locks, and Predictions. I, of course, am the Brofect1 AJ. Joining me, as always, is the man with the numbers, the sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru. All hail the king of the links, part owner of the worst team in the NFL, Mr. Noah Engelbret's in the Money Train. How you doing, Bob?
I love how much you're loving this, AJ. It's like
no, it's great.
It's the first time in your life you've been able to Just kidding. I mean, I think 2017 and 18 were a little rough for the Packers, or maybe it was 18-19. I don't remember. There was a 2-year stretch in there where it was one of those two. Aaron Rodgers was injured. One was just bad. Mike McCarthy got fired, and then we have the Matt LaFleur era, so it doesn't matter. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Packers losing more games this year than they've averaged in the last three seasons.
That's not good. Not good, Noah.
Already.
Burning ship. Jump off the Titanic while you can.
They'll figure it out. My level of worriedness is growing a little bit, but I'm still not super worried. They're still going to make the playoffs, and as we know, in the NFL, you make the playoffs, anything can fucking happen. So
we'll get to their game in a second. Before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel before we go, just so that we can quit our day jobs and do this full time. I mean, we love doing it. You like watching us. Like, share, subscribe, and we can quit our day jobs. No, we got a nice slate this weekend. I'm not going to lie. We have a nice slate. I like the games. Hate the numbers. I would like, if you're down, I would like to officially dub this Trap Week. Because not Shark Week, it's Trap Week. Because all I see is trap here, trap there, trap here, trap there. And I feel like we're really going to have to, get in the jungle, step around, and make sure we don't step on any booby traps, brother. I feel like Indiana Jones in the sports book.
On the flip side, if you pick the right games, because there are going to be a lot of trap games this week. If you pick the right ones, there's a lot of money to be made. So.
Yes, sir, and we're here all about the money. I went 11-6 last week. Noah, how'd you do?
Shit. What was I?
Oh, I don't know. If you don't have that number, it's fine.
No. I got it.
Can you count fast?
So I was 13-7 going into the Monday night game. Missed on New England and the over, so 13-9 record on the week.
There we go. Not bad. The D-Gens coming up positive, and Noah, I think we should go ahead and get right into it. Start making some more money this weekend, as we got some good Thursday night. Well, probably not good Thursday night football, but we got football
better than we've had.
Yeah, we've got
better than we've
football on a Thursday night, and that is the Baltimore Ravens, who can't cover to save their lives, going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who can't figure out what left and right is. Tampa Bay 2-point dogs at home. 45.5 is the total. Noah, I want to take the Ravens. I want to take the Ravens, Lamar Action Jackson, and everything here, because especially
do it, pussy.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna fucking do it, Noah. Okay, I can't do it. Let me tell you why I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it.
I can't bet against Tom Brady.
I can't bet against
covered for 4 straight weeks.
I can't bet against Tom Brady. I can't bet against Tampa probably wanting a win. But you know what I can bet against, Noah? I can bet against Tom Brady being up past his bedtime. I can bet against the Buccaneers not having a good defense, not having any offensive weapons, not having any cohesion whatsoever.
Oh, they have weapons.
Where?
They don't have cohesion.
Where?
They don't have an offensive line.
Oh, yeah, they have no line.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, those aren't weapons.
Yeah, Mike drops a lot. Evans, who misses a wide open fucking ball. This Tampa team is an absolute shambles. But with all of that being said, there is something in me that is saying you got to take the Buccaneers. Give me the Buccaneers money line. They win this game outright at home. It's a get-right game for Tampa on a short week. Tom Brady is going to have that talk. Listen, guys, I blew up everything to be here and to continue to do this. And you're making me look really fucking bad right now. All right. I got to go through divorce talks right now. All right. And when I'm out here, going through this, I can't be losing. All right. So let's go ahead, get right. Buccaneers plus the 110 money line, not even worrying about the points. Buccaneers money line.
Sounds kind of like a toxic workplace environment to me.
I mean, if you're a Microsoft Surface, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what's going to happen this week, AJ. Baltimore's going to win. They're going to cover the 1.5, 2 points, whatever you got it at. Lamar's going to raise his price by another million or two because he's going for like 400 all-purpose yards, probably like 80 to 90 on the ground, and like 320, 330, 340 in the air. Lamar's going to have a hell of a game. Baltimore's going to win. However, all those yards not going to result in a ton of points. I'm taking the under. It's a Thursday night game. I kind of have to.
I'm with you. Give me the under as well at 45 points, 45.5, depending on the book you are at. Yeah, it's Thursday night. What do you expect? Moving on, Noah, we got a weird week this week. We're starting Sunday off in London town, where the Jacksonville Jaguars will be the home team as 2.5-point favorites hosting the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson expecting to start week 8. Noah, what are your thoughts on the Broncos and the Jaguars with the total at 39.5?
AJ, here's our first trap game of the week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Broncos suck. Don't get me wrong.
Broncos suck. Broncos are a bad football team. Russell Wilson is not dangerous.
Is he even playing? Is it Russell or is it Brett Rippon this?
I looked it up before we got on the show. Denver is very optimistic in the direction Russell Wilson is moving to start week 8.
All right. Well, Russell Wilson plays. Give me Denver 12-10.
Okay.
in a very Denver fashion. Give me Denver 12-10. Jacksonville's favored, so I don't have to worry about what the fuck the line is at here. I'm taking the Broncos. This is our first trap game of the week, playing in London. Weird shit happens in London. Broncos are going to win this game. Barely going to win this game. This game goes under. Very low over under, but I'm still taking the under, and I'm taking Denver.
What if I told you this game opened Broncos 7-point favorites, and still,
really?
Yes, and still 66% of the money is on the Broncos spread.
Well, at a plus 2.5, I would hope so.
It is a trap game, Noah, absolutely. That line movement, though, is something, and with the public not on the Jaguars and with my extensive knowledge of Jacksonville and the shit show that's been. Give me Trevor Lawrence and the boys. I think they figured it out. I love the run game with Travis Etienne. They finally figured it out with him. James Robinson out of the picture. Don't need to worry about that. Etienne is your guy. Give me the Jaguars minus the 2.5. They win this game by a touchdown, Noah. They own London Town.
I mean, Denver's defense really good, but their offense.
Oh, don't
really,
get me wrong.
really
I'm
bad.
taking the under.
Denver is, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, Denver is the Iowa Hawkeyes of the NFL.
No, absolutely. They are the Iowa of the NFL. Moving on, Noah, to I think what we would technically call the Alabama of the NFL because they're undefeated. The Eagles home favorites against the Steelers. Eagles 10-point favorites. Total at 43.5. Noah, that's a shit ton of points against a Steelers team that has, they have their issues, but they've proven to be very stout throughout the season so far.
They're stingy on defense.
Yes.
They're stingy on defense. Offense looks like it has no identity, and it's still a train wreck.
Absolutely.
But Philly, I've said it before, I'll say it again, they're very good at putting up points, but their defense still scares me. Their defense still scares me. Their defense still scares me. I think maybe Pittsburgh finds a way to put up enough points here. I'm seeing the spread at 11 right now.
Again, shop your books.
Correct. that's too many points for me. Like, I have to take Pittsburgh to cover an 11-point spread.
Yeah. No,
I don't like Pittsburgh to win this game, especially that it's in Philly, but double-digit spread, I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
to cover.
You got it. I'm on Pittsburgh as well. You got to go with them to cover here. Eagles, great team. But Noah, you and I have talked about it ad nauseum on this show. There are so many holes, so many question marks that I think we still have, and there's proven points, especially that game against the Cardinals. I keep going back to because it really showed that the Eagles are very vulnerable, and when they're playing against a half decent team, I guess I'll call the Cardinals half decent. I think that's giving them too much credit, but. Them,
call them half decent. Just don't call them full decent.
They ain't fucking even close to half decent, so I'll give you a goddamn quarter. But yeah, give me the Steelers with the 10.5. That's just too many points. I don't think the Eagles stand a chance covering that. I think this is going to be a dogfight. With that being said, also give me the under 43.5. Yeah, this is going to be Steelers football. I think they're going to pound and ground, and I think this is going to be a lot of time off the clock. Give me the under.
I think this game's a trap game in the fact that they want you to take the under. Give me the over all day on this one.
All right, Noah. Fine.
Give me like a 31-27 Philly victory in this one. A lot of points, but I feel like Pittsburgh finds a way to put up points in this one.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky. I mean, it kind of depends on the day which quarterback's hot. So
doesn't matter. Neither are good, but
hey, give the first ever MVP some credit, okay? He's not terrible, but we'll find out. Moving on, Noah. I love this game, and this is another trap game we've got here. We got the Patriots going to the New York Football Jets. Patriots are 1.5-point favorites on the road, total at 40.5. Noah, this opened the Patriots as 2.5-point favorites. Trap gets, Noah. This seems like
they want you to take the Jets.
No.
Vegas.
No, what are you talking about? They want you to take the Pats. Are you kidding me?
I would disagree. Pats coming off an embarrassing loss against the Bears. The way the Jets have been playing, I'm surprised the spread. The Patriots are 1.5-point favorite.
Yeah, opened at 2.5. 67% of the bets, 84% of the money on the Patriots.
Yeah, because they're teasing you with that plus money, and people are not falling for it. But I didn't know the money was where it was. But I am shocked that so many people are on the Patriots right now. I was shocked that the Patriots are favored in this game. Like I would have thought the Jets would have been a 3 or 4 point favorite in this game.
Now let me
they're not, which is why I think it's a trap. Knowing Vegas, I call it a trap game, the opposite way that you are, I guess, because to me this is Vegas trying to coerce a bunch of people into taking the Jets, which is clearly not working because everyone's on the Patriots. AJ, I think I know where you are. I definitely know where I am, and I think it's the same way. And plus money on the Jets, I think we're both on that, yeah?
Yeah, give me the Jets plus the 1.5. Give me them plus money. Give me them every which way possible. And this is why it's a trap game that they're trying to get you to bet on the Patriots, okay? With that offset of how many people are on the Patriots versus the Jets on the spread. I mean, 67% versus 33%, 84% of the money versus 16% of the money. And the line moved down. They usually move the line up if the favorite is getting bet on a lot. And so with the money and the bets completely on the Patriots, this line should have moved to 3.5, but instead moved down to 1.5, unless the quarterback controversy is really worth a full point. And
Zappy time, baby.
But even then, Noah, you and I can agree that they're both essentially the same quarterback, and so that's not worth the line moving a point. The line, if anything, like I said, should have moved to 3.5. I don't get it. Jets money line, MILFS. Jets. Let's freaking go! They're winning the goddamn Super Bowl, Noah. Moving on, we got the Panthers Going to the Falcons. Panthers with probably the win of the season over Tampa Bay. They'll be carrying that one heavy. They're underdogs, though. Falcons, 4.5-point favorites with everyone and their mom on it money-wise. 51% of the bets, 81% of the money. Noah, this opened up with the Panthers as 1.5-point favorites going to Atlanta. Now, obviously, bet to Panthers plus the 5. Total, 42. What are you thinking?
I'm on the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm on the Falcons, baby. Give me them dirty birds.
Give me them.
And I can't wait to go back after this season. And when the season's said and done, obviously there's a long way to go. But Falcons win total, I forget, it was at either 4.5 or 5.5. And I said before the season started, I said this Falcons team is going to win 7 to 9 games. They are going to win 7 to 9 games. You can go back, find that video, quote me on it. And yeah, fucking give me the dirty birds. Give me the dirty birds. Fuck the Panthers. Panthers suck. I mean, they were a bad team already, and they didn't completely sell, but they partially sold already, and they're looking like they're trying to tank. Well, they looked like they were trying to tank for the number 1 overall pick, and then they went and demolished the Bucks. So obviously they're not tanking; they're just selling off for draft picks. So they're not tanking; they're full nosedive into a rebuild, which doesn't mean you can't win games. But the Falcons are also in a rebuild and winning games. And yeah, they got clapped last week by the Bengals. Not super surprised in that. But I'm going to keep riding the Falcons on the spread every single week until it burns me more than like 1 or 2 weeks in a row, So
I'm with you. No, they have covered every other game except last week. So give me the Falcons. Give me the 4.5. Staying away from.
Were they undefeated against the spread going into last week?
Yes. Before last week, they were 6-0 against the spread. So now they're 6-1 against the spread. Give me the Falcons. Give me the 4.5.
Still didn't look terrible. I mean,
No.
looked terrible on defense, but their offense still put up some points.
Yeah, Mariota's a dog. He's definitely the next starting quarterback for the Panthers. So good thing the Panthers can scout him and figure out how much money they're going to send him.
PJ Tucker and DJ Moore and Chuba Hubbard are nothing compared to the Bengals offense. Falcons win this game by a touchdown. At home, they win this game by more than a touchdown. We're good.
Hell yeah, we're good. Moving on to the next trap game of the week. Noah, you got the Raiders going to visit them boys down south, the Saints. Who dat? Right? Who dat? And the Bengals are who day?
Yeah.
Gotta love the originality. Saints, 1.5-point dogs at home or 2-point dogs at home, depending the book you're looking at. It opened up at a pick'em. Totals at 50 or 49.5. Again, depending where you're looking. Shop your books. The Raiders aren't a bad team. They just had some bad losses to good teams. I think the Raiders are a good squad. Is Andy Dalton playing for the Saints again?
Bad losses and bad luck. I would assume Jameis is playing this week.
Even if Jameis is starting, I mean,
No. Okay, because here's the thing. Last week against the Cardinals, and I saw it on Twitter multiple times. It's like if you're going to throw 2 pick sixes and 3 picks, you might as well have Jameis Winston playing. I know he was coming back from an injury. They're trying to bring him back slow from that injury. But when you have Andy Dalton in his quarterback, you want a game manager who's not going to make a ton of mistakes.
Yeah.
Dalton threw 2 pick sixes and a 3rd interception. The Saints were still very much in that game until almost the very end.
Yes, the Cardinals suck. We've been over this.
Jameis can throw 2 picks and a 3rd interception, but he's going to have way more yards and touchdowns than Andy Dalton is doing that.
Yes.
And the Saints might have won that game even if Jameis threw 2 pick sixes in it. That's the scary thing. But Jameis is so so fucking explosive when he does things right, and you just have to deal with the fact that Jameis is going to throw bad picks. You don't expect that out of Andy Dalton.
No.
So if you look at that performance, there's no way Jameis is not starting unless he's like too injured to start. So I would expect Jameis here. Still doesn't sway my pick on this game. Raiders could have very well started the season 2-1 or even 3-0 instead of 0-3.
Yes.
And now they're at a 2-4 spot. This very well could be a 5-1 Raiders team if a couple more things went their way. They had a couple mistakes. They deserved those losses they got. But
yes.
They could have, but some of those losses came down to 1 or 2 plays. This is still a very good Raiders team. I still really like the Saints team. I think they could still find a way to win this division. This division's still completely wide open.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got Tampa Bay in first place only because they have the tiebreaker over Atlanta. Saints 1 game behind the 2 of them. Panthers aren't going to contest for it, so we can write them off. But yeah, give me the Raiders -2 in New Orleans. I want the over in this game too. I don't know what that's at. But
49.5, 50, depending on the book.
Yeah, give me that over.
Yeah, give me the over as well. Give me the Raiders as well. This Raiders team is too good, and the Saints are just missing too many pieces right now for them to make it will be a competitive game, but for them to win this game outright. I hate when I have to talk about my teams. We got the Chicago Bears going to Jerry World in Dallas to face them boys. Dallas is 9-point favorites, 9.5 depending on the book. 42.5 is the total. Public is grossly on the Bears to cover that spread. I kind of understand where they're coming from. I do. 70% of the bets, 54%. It is a complete trap. And people
here's the crazy thing, AJ. I just had to interject real quick. I'll let you finish. But this is one of those games that could be a trap both ways.
Yeah, I do not. I want to make that very clear. I will make a pick on this game. I don't feel good either way because I kind of see where the public is coming from. You know, the Bears played the Patriots very well. They've played a lot of teams pretty good. Their bad games, obviously, have been bad games. And I'm not saying they're winning any titles or anything anytime soon, but they can stay competitive. And if Justin Fields has a game like he had on Monday night against this Dallas defense, we could be looking at them covering that 9.5. However, this is still the Chicago Bears. All right. Yes, Bill Belichick is almost undefeated against rookie head coaches, and Eberflus, a guy Belichick probably has never heard of, got one over on him with Justin Fields. With that being said, primetime games have been weird as fuck this season, and so I am not taking that game into account. Give me, and my grandfather is going to kill me for this, give me them boys -9 in Jerry World. I think the home field advantage really kicks in. I think this should be a touchdown spread, but give me that home field advantage with the 3 points. Give me the 9. Give me them boys. Staying away from the total because either the Bears are going to score a bunch of points and the Cowboys are going to score a bunch of points, or it's going to be a 9-0 win, honestly.
Yeah, my immediate initial reaction is take the under in this game.
Yeah. Good call.
Again, like I said, this game could be a trap game either way.
I will before you continue. I do want to say this line did move kind of appropriately. It opened at 7 points, and then all this money came in on the Bears after their Monday night win, and so now it moved up 2.5, 2 points, depending on the book you're looking at, and so the line progression makes sense for why.
Well, shouldn't it move the opposite way if everyone's betting on the Bears?
You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah,
Holy shit, my mind's in a goddamn blender.
This is one of those anomalies for Vegas. I don't know if they're just getting greedy and they know something and they're like, we're just going to keep stealing everyone's money by pushing this line even farther despite where the bets are coming in, because this happens every now and then, a couple times
Every now and then they feel very good about a line.
Man, fuck. I like
70% of the bets, 54% of the money on the Bears.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to pick this, that it's the trap in the way that I think it is. Like, either the Bears are somehow going to win this game or Dallas is going to blow them out.
Yes, it's one or the two.
And I'm going with Dallas because I do feel like Dallas might have the best defense in the league this year. They are really, really good on the defensive side of the ball. Lost to Tampa Bay in week 1 when their offense could only muster 3 points, which I'm not going to hold against their defense, obviously.
Yes.
Because Tampa Bay only scored 1 touchdown on them, and it was with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, they held them to 4 field goals before that. And then they lost to the Eagles, who are undefeated. This is a really good Dallas Cowboys football team, as much as, I don't really hate to admit that, but as much as a lot of people would hate to admit that, this is a really good Dallas team. Zeke has looked pretty good the last 3 weeks.
Bro.
And he's still splitting time with Tony Pollard, so if you're a fantasy owner, that's still probably annoying, but I think Zeke's going to start getting more touchdowns. I think he's got 4 touchdowns over the last 3 weeks.
Sounds right.
It's finally, for the first time in a year and a half, time to put Zeke back in your starting lineup in fantasy football. He's getting points. And, Dak's back. He didn't look great in his first week back, but I'm sure he'll continue to sharpen up a little bit. And the Bears are still a bad football team. Like, let's not forget that.
Yes, the Bears are still a very bad football team.
Just because they blew out the Patriots on Monday Night Football, in the rain, by the way, that might be the big difference maker.
Bears are great in the rain.
If it's raining, slam Bears money line.
Slam it.
They love heavy rain. Any other condition, they suck.
Yes. No, they're bad. They're bad. And so they're going to be in a dome, in a desert, Jerry World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cowboys all day long.
Yeah. Cowboys on spread. Bears are 2-0 in the rain, 1-4 when it's not raining.
All right. Noah. Shit, that's insane. You ready for the next line that makes absolutely no sense to my brain right now?
Let's go for it.
Dolphins, Lions. Shit, I lost it. My computer's doing that reload thing. Give me a second.
3.5, 4.
3.5. Dolphins, 3.5 favorites on the road to the Lions, with the public and the bets all over it. The sportsbook isn't moving the line. 51.5 is the total.
Lions are bad.
They are, Noah. They are. And I had a whole.
I hate to admit it. I think a lot of people do. There was so much hype with Hard Knocks going into the season. A lot of people riding that hype. They looked like Arizona.
Yeah.
Not the Cardinals. University of Arizona.
Oh, okay.
With their first 3-4 games, giving up a shit ton of points, but also scoring a shit ton of points, but still not winning very often. Now their offenses seem to fall flat, and they're kind of, the last few weeks, they look like the same old fucking Lions, and I hate to admit that because there's a lot of hype coming in the season for them, and they might just be the same old Lions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Noah, I had a whole talk with myself on my drive home from work today, and I was like thinking about the Lions, thinking about the Dolphins in this game, because this game perplexed me a lot today. And the entire time, I'm just thinking, Hard Knocks was such a good show. But that's all it is. It's a show. And now I'm looking at the spread. I'm looking at where the money's at. I feel like it's a trap if I take the Dolphins, but I'm going to take the Dolphins. Tua looks to be right back to all of his old shenanigans. I love where the Dolphins are at right now. Give me Tua, give me the Dolphins, in an absolute rout of the Lions.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be an absolute rout. I think the Lions, because I don't like the Dolphins' defense, but I think the Lions put up points, but the Dolphins are going to put up more points. So Dolphins are going to win. I think they cover.
Fair enough. Let's keep it moving. Noah, last game of the morning slate. Cardinals going to Minnesota to face the Vikings. Vikings 3.5-point favorites at home. 48.5 is the total. I want to make one thing very clear, like I made it clear on our reaction show. The Cardinals' offense did not look good in their win against the Saints. The reason we won that game was because of our defense. And yet, the same reason we won that game is almost why we lost that game. Because of our defense. I do not like this Cardinals team. I have never liked this Cardinals team. This entire season, I have not liked this Cardinals team. I don't want to hear anything good about the Arizona Cardinals because they have not played good and do not deserve any praise. No,
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. I am.
No, I fucking don't. I don't like the green eggs and ham. I don't like it, Noah. It's terrible. It tastes awful. Looks disgusting. And
well, you know what, AJ?
What?
I'm just going to jump in here before you even give your pick. You're going to eat your fucking green eggs and ham because you know what? The Cardinals are fucking beating the Vikings. The Vikings have had an entire bye week to sit and think about all the ways that they are going to plan to play the Cardinals. And guess what? They're going to do what they're finally going to do what they do best for the first time this season. And they are going to choke. And you can eat your fucking green eggs and ham. Kime and Kingsbury are going to find a way to fucking put together a 9 or 10 win season and, skirt into the playoffs and somehow get themselves like even more contract extensions. And you're going to have to suffer for even more years because they're going to somehow figure out a way to do it. The Vikings are going to help them because the Vikings are going to do what they do best and they're going to choke and you can eat your green eggs and ham.
After I say my pick, I don't want to talk about this game anymore. All right?
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done with it. Okay? Because I don't want to think about it anymore because it pisses me off. All right?
What's your pick?
Cardinals money line. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on, afternoon slate. We got the Titans going to the Texans. Noah, this game opened up Titans minus 5.5. It's now down to Titans 2 on the road. 40.5 is the total. This is another one. The line moved in an opposite direction than where it's being bet at. You got 67% of the bets, 49% of the money. Moving down from 5.5 to 2. I guess if these books are really worried about the sharp money coming in on the Texans at 5.5, fine, move the line down. But moving it down 3 points, I hate this line, Noah. I hate this line because I see a very real scenario where the Texans win this game outright.
No.
Yes.
The reason this line is as low as it is because people like you, the general public, they love to hate on the Texans.
You did not just call me the general fucking public.
In this specific scenario, yes, because people love to hate on the Titans. They love to hate on the Titans. People can't accept the fact that the Titans are a very good regular season team. And they are a very good regular season team. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball up your throat the entire game with Derrick Henry. They don't disguise what they do, hence why they don't really go far in the playoffs, is because they're not very creative offensively. But in the regular season, against teams like the Texans, where they are just better and stronger than, they're just going to run their shit, and they're going to run it up your throat, and you got to deal with it, and they're going to win this game. They're going to win this game. They're going to cover 2. I'm not even worried about it.
Yes, Noah, I'm with you on the 2. If you would have let me finish, I would have continued to say that the Texans are number 30 in rush defense, and the Titans are top 5. So, yes, the Derrick Henry Express is coming through. Houston, Texas, all aboard. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. Titans minus the 2. Give it to me all day. Moving along, Noah, 2 teams that I feel look exactly the same, except one might get a jolt of energy. You got the
Commies. Oh, sorry. Was that too painful for you to spit out.
I couldn't even spit out the red fever in there right now. But yeah, you got the commies going to the Indianapolis Colts, benching Matt Ryan, getting Sam Ehlinger in there. Colts 3-point favorites at home. 40 is the total. Noah, give me the over and give me the Colts with Sam Ehlinger. I think it's going to be one of those typical backup comes in. Team has no idea what to do with backup. Backup destroys team, and especially with that team being the Washington Commies. Yeah, give me the over. Give me the 3.
Washington money line.
Fuck you, Noah. That is not no shot. No shot, Noah. Are you joking?
They win this game. They get to 4-4. Even 500 team. After this week, no NFC Beast team is going to be lower than 500 record because, God, the Colts are bad. And as bad as Matt Ryan has played, Ehlinger is not the answer. If they put Nick Foles in, I'd have a completely different viewpoint on this. Nick Foles knows the Frank Reich offense. He knows what to do there. He's succeeded in that. Yet somehow you're going to Sam Ehlinger, who was mediocre at best his entire time at Texas, somehow made it to the NFL, and is somehow now getting a start for an NFL team. It makes no sense to me. You have a Super Bowl MVP on your roster. I was saying this the entire time Foles was with the Bears and got like 4 or 5 starts total in like 3 years there. You have a Super Bowl MVP.
God, we did pay him for 3 years. Holy shit, we paid him for 3 years.
A Super Bowl MVP on your roster, and you are going with a second-year unproven guy who barely was above 500 at college at fucking Texas. I don't understand the quarterback decision. Colts are going to lose this game. Washington's going to get up to 500. The NFC Beast is fully alive, and yeah, that's all I have to say about this. The Colts are dead. The Colts are dead. They're capital DEAD dead. Jonathan Taylor, who was supposed to be the best running back in football this year, barely averaging 40, 50 yards a game. I don't know.
The O-line is out. What do you want him to do? The entire O-line is out.
If you're good enough running back, it doesn't matter. You still make some way of figure out some way of making yards.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, just want to shout out the Commanders. They wrote a check for someone who won the 50-50 raffle, and the check bounced. So shout out to them for being an outstanding organization and having their shit together. Moving on, Noah, continuing in the afternoon slate, you got the 49ers going to the Rams. This line opened up Rams 4.5-point favorites. 49ers now 1.5-point favorites on the road to LA. 42.5 is the total. Noah, I have not seen a damn thing out of this Rams team that makes me think they can win a game. Give me the 49ers, who played a competitive first quarter against the Chiefs, over this Rams team.
Who played a competitive quarter against the Chiefs?
They did. It was a competitive first quarter, and then the Chiefs did their thing. But no, give me the 49ers in this. I mean, this is probably a trap game, absolutely. I mean, the way the line's moving and everything, and where the 90% of the fucking money's on the 49ers, but death, taxes, 49ers beating the Rams. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Yeah, what are we at? 7 or 8 straight? I think 7 straight regular season meetings. Actually,
Kyle Shanahan got it.
It's either 7, 8, or 9 regular season meetings that the San Francisco 49ers have beat the Rams in. The Rams did beat them in the playoffs in the NFC Championship game last year to go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. But regular season, I don't know. This is one of those scenarios. It's like the Saints against the Bucks. I
don't know why it's just going to happen.
It's the slightly lesser of the two teams, but they seem to always win. And until they lose, I think I'm just going to keep taking Niners money line.
Yes.
Although they are favored in this one, so it makes me a little nervous. I kind of want the Rams off the bye week.
Line opened up at 4.5, though, as Niners dogs.
Yeah, it did. And AJ, I am against my better judgment. Rams off the bye week.
Wow.
As the dog at home,
Wow.
I'm taking Rams money line to win this one.
Wow. Even though their home field advantage doesn't really exist?
It's better, it does. It's not a good home field advantage, but it is there. It's not like the Chargers where they are the away team at home most of the time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like the Rams still do have a fan base there. It's just not super strong. It's trap week, AJ. It's trap week, and this is a trap game, and the Niners should not be favored. They've been playing like shit. The Rams have also been playing like shit, but the Rams have had a whole bye week, and I think the Rams break the streak of losing to the 49ers in the regular season.
Not going to happen, but we will see. That's why they play the game, I guess.
It's got to end at some point.
It does, I guess. We'll see if it ends this week. It's not going to be this week, though. Moving on to the next trap game of the week, Noah. You got the New York Football Giants going to the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks and the 12s are 3-point favorites at home. Total 45.5. Really quick, I would like to shout out Pat McAfee show's Hammered Dan. It's a betting show they do, and they got a Giants fan on there named Bruce Brown. And he said the line of the century when he said, "I'm a Giants fan. I am expecting this to turn to complete shit, but until it does, I'm going to blindly take the Giants every chance I get as an underdog." And I got to agree with that logic at this point. I really do. I mean, the Giants have been underdogs so many times this season, seem to continue to pull out the wins. As you and I both know, playing in Seattle, one of the best home field advantages in the country is Seattle with the 12s. Give me the Giants money line, though. I'm not even messing around with the 3 points. Give me the money line plus the 135, and they're going to be 7-1 going into week 9.
Yeah, you know what, AJ? You know what this game is for me?
What?
It's a stoppable force against a movable object. Something's got to break here.
Yeah.
These two teams absolutely blowing their expectations out of the water so far. I don't fucking know what to think of this game. Again, stoppable force against a movable object. And this is not a battle of juggernauts. These are two teams, two of the most overachieving teams, if not the two most overachieving teams in the NFL so far this year. I would rope the Jets up in there as the top 3 with them so far. But holy fuck, two teams absolutely blowing expectations out of the water for what they had this season. Seahawks were supposed to be the only team that was supposed to be worse than the Seahawks this year was the Bears, and they're sitting at 3-4. Seahawks are winning games. Their offense actually looks good with Geno Smith. Their defense looks very problematic. Like, let's not get that wrong. That's why they're not better. But Geno Smith looks good. The offense looks good. Giants, with whatever the fuck patchwork team they've put together with all their injuries and shit, is winning games. Mainly because of Saquon, but something has to break here. I don't know why the Seahawks are favored. I get they're at home, but like, why are they a 3-point favorite? I don't know. Every instinct in me is telling me to take the Giants, but then, it is trap week, so I don't know. I'm still going to take the Giants money line, but I feel like this game is a coin flip.
It definitely is a coin flip.
So my reasoning for taking the Giants is because they're plus money.
Fair enough. Yeah, give me the Giants. Give me them all day long. Moving on to Sunday Night Football, Noah. Your Green Bay Packers are going to Buffalo to face the Bills. Sunday Night Football. Bills 10.5 or 12-point favorites, depending on the book. That's why it's important to shop your line. Total at 47.5. No, how dare you? How dare you have the balls to walk into this show and tell me that this shitty Packers team is a trap game against the Buffalo Bills, who are probably the best team in the NFL. Noah, how do you have the balls to come in here telling me that the Bills minus 10.5 is a goddamn trap game with how the Packers have been playing? Please, explain to me. I'd love to hear this fucking explanation, because that is the most bullshit I have heard all day.
That reaction that you had to that is exactly why it's a trap.
Oh, get out of here, dude.
Because here's why. So, yeah, the Packers have not looked good. They have not looked good.
Piss poor.
But does it not fit the fucking narrative for them to either play the Bills very close and very slightly lose, or to somehow pull out a win in Buffalo? Everyone thinks all the problems are fixed, and then then the struggles are back the next week. I think this is perfect setup for a fucking trap game. I'm not saying the Packers are going to fix anything. If they look good against the Bills, I'm not convinced that they fixed their issues. It's just, here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers has never been a double-digit underdog in his entire career. He has not started one single game in his career where he's been a double-digit underdog.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a petty motherfucker. And he's going to see that double-digit spread, and he's going to have a career game with whoever the fuck he's throwing the ball to. The defense on the Packers is good. We've established that.
Yes.
We've established that. So the defense is going to keep them in the game. It's going to be whether or not the offense and the special teams can perform. And I think the offense will, because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to will the Packers to either a down-to-the-wire loss or a down-to-the-wire win. And that's why I say this is a trap game. This shouldn't be a double-digit game, because Aaron Rodgers is going to take that shit personally. He's going to go, Michael Jordan, I took that shit personally, being a double-digit dog. And just be ready for Aaron Rodgers to have an absolutely amazing game, regardless of whether the Packers win or lose. But I'm saying, I don't care who the Packers are playing, what they look like, any given season. Do not put them as a 12-point dog. Do not put them as a 12-point dog. The spread's too much. 6.5, Bills cover that easy. But I'm saying you made this a double-digit game. The odds makers made it a double-digit game. They're going to light a fire under Aaron Rodgers' ass somehow, and I can't explain it. I don't know why, because then the very next week they're probably going to revert back to what they've looked like the rest of the season. But for some reason, the Packers are going to come up big in this game just because that's how it is. That's my only explanation.
Noah, I have one question for you. Which defense do you think is better overall, the Packers or the Chiefs?
Packers.
Okay, you're delusional. Give me the Bills minus the points. I would agree with you that the Packers have a chance at a bounce-back game here if I saw any improvement over the last 7 weeks. But I haven't seen any improvement over the last 7 weeks. So give me the Bills, give me the 10.5 points, and I'll see you at the fucking cashier's counter, Noah. Well, I won't see you there because I'll be the one there, not you.
No, I won't see you there because I'll be there and you won't be because you're foolish. Have we considered that Aaron Rodgers is like Samson? And he cut his hair and lost all his powers. And as he continues to grow his hair out throughout the season, he'll get better every week.
No, if he wins this game, I will start... if he covers this game, I will start entertaining that narrative. How about that?
No, and here's the thing, and I hate the fact that this is the truth, but the Packers are going to fuck around and find out and find a way to win this game. And that might piss me off as a Packers fan, because it makes no sense. And because then they're going to come out and be shitty the week after. And they're going to find a way to win this game because the NFL is fucked and this season is fucked, as I've said since week 2. And crazy shit's going to happen and nothing makes sense. The NFL never makes sense. I mean, any year the NFL hardly ever makes sense. But this year especially makes zero sense. And that's why the Packers are going to find a way to win this game, and then they're going to turn around and lose to some shitty team a week or two later.
We'll find out. We will fuck around and find out. Noah, moving on to the Monday night game, last game of the week. Excuse me. We've got the Bengals going to Brownie the Elf and the Browns. Browns 3.5-point dogs at home. Total 46.5. Noah, I cannot think of one good reason to bet on the Browns in this scenario. I cannot
Loser's
give you
gonna lose.
one reason. They are ass.
Loser's gonna lose.
They are bad. They are playing at Brownie the Elf. Give me the Bengals. Give me the -3. And I'm staying away from the total.
Yeah, they might have been 11-6 and made the playoffs if they didn't decide to paint that god ugly fucking
God ugly.
If they didn't
my
put the
God.
if they didn't put the Keebler reject on the middle of their field. Bengals seem to have found some sort of groove.
Yeah.
The Browns, no knock on Jacoby Brissett. He's doing just fine, but this team doesn't look good. They cursed themselves with the fucking Keebler, the reject Keebler elf.
Really, we're going to say that's the reason they're cursed, not the fact that they just signed Deshaun Watson?
Well, one of many reasons. This franchise will never win.
No.
They will never win. They will never win. They made the playoffs like 2 years in a row, and that was like their Super Bowl. Yeah, the Browns are done. They've been done. They're cooked. The Bengals seem to have found their groove. I'm taking Bengals -3.5. I'm not thinking twice about it. Give me the over in this game too, though, because I feel like the Bengals put up like 48 points on the Browns defense. I don't know why, but you know.
Yeah, might as well. Noah, that's the end of the slate. We covered every NFL game. Do you have anything else to say to the D-Gens out there for NFL Week 8?
I'm telling you, Packers are gonna fucking win, and then if the Packers win, bet against them next like the week after, because that's just the way the cookie crumbles, folks.
Hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can quit our day jobs and do this full time. Check out the link tree in the description down below. Go ahead, follow us on all the socials. And, hey, drop in the comments your lock of the week. If you drop a lock with odds -115 or better, we will put you in a drawing to win some free merch. So go ahead, drop it in the comments. With that being said, I've been the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train Noah. Have a good weekend. Good luck. We'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.